Hey, what's happening? We got Snow, we got Landman, we got Journey of Zach, we got Trump, we got Where the Hell Are Our Listeners, the astronauts on the moon, and Minnesota. Here we go.
Almost too much to talk about. Here we go.
Hey, what's happening? I'm Mike Hussey. Welcome to episode 7 of Skull Session, and I'm with my boy,
Rich Tierney.
And we are ready to go. Episode 7, bro. Let's hit
Thank you. Thank you.
Parade wave.
Right.
First, let's start off. What'd you think, bro? Last episode and Landman. What'd you think?
Loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I think that was inevitable. I think it's going to open shit up for sure.
So Demi's history, I guess, right?
You would think maybe one more season because it'll be like a button heads and all.
Unless they show like the downfall that, she went in with, he's in with
he's in
the blow with Andy Garcia.
Yeah. I mean, he's totally in with him.
Yeah. He fronted the money.
Right. So, and he had to deal with
drugs suck until you need the money.
Right. And he had to deal with the kid, early on, when they were transferring the leases. So,
right. Whatever happened to the other guy? Remember the other guy with in the first season, the kid with the ponytail? Remember he put the bag over his head, and remember that whole, it was a great scene where he said, "Tommy, we are going to burn you." And he goes, "Dude, you don't know what you're talking about. The DEA is going to come here. The Army's going to come here." I mean, that guy he's not even part of it anymore, I guess.
Well, Andy Garcia went in and whacked a few of them when they got Tommy the last time, and he rescued him, if you remember that.
Right. Yeah.
So
he owes him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was good. And it was a lot less, a lot less about the wife and the daughter, which was good. And Sam Elliott's still running around with the stripper, so I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever.
They can't
it was good.
He can't be hooking up with her. That's
no, dude,
that's like Bill Belichick type shit.
Yeah, right. I mean, come on. She loves my smile.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, no, she doesn't. No.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but I guess they're going to be friends.
The plane crash in Maine, did you see that? Like, what
I know.
The fuck were you thinking about?
Who knows what happened, man? They maybe had some malfunction or ice on the wings, or
I mean, the thing just flipped upside down, like 200 yards from takeoff. And now they found out it was some chef from Hawaii that was on the plane. Like he was like he was another. I guess they were flying to France for something, but not anymore.
Right.
But they don't even know really who was on the plane. Like they still haven't identified.
That whole shit's crazy. I always think like it would be so cool. When you go into the airport, it's just a shit show.
Right.
Like I can't stand it. Like checking in and like even if you're flying first class, and it's all people that are flying for work and they just get bumped up. So I think anybody that's got any real casholas doing like a net jet or they own a jet.
Right.
Because people don't want to put up with that shit. And it seems like it's a good deal until you see all these personal jets that crash.
Right. And that plane's been known for crashing because of icing conditions. So let's hop on in a blizzard, try and take off.
Which a lot of those commuter jets like Delta runs and even I guess American too are bombardiers like CRJ 900s, CRJ 700s. So I don't know, man. Anytime you ever see anybody dying in a plane, it's on a personal plane.
Right.
Who was the dude that just died? Race car driver.
Yeah, I heard about it. I don't know who he was.
What the hell was his name?
And it with his whole family, right?
Yeah, he was on an older jet, but he owned it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's like one of those like with the jets. I mean, that was a propeller jet. Right? It wasn't like a Lear jet or anything like that.
No,
right?
I mean, it was a jet. I mean, it wasn't a prop plane.
Oh, it wasn't a prop. That's what I meant. Prop.
That one that just crashed.
But there was a story from years ago, and it was in New York. It was the same type of thing, but it was a bigger jet. And like they sort of told the two pilots were like new pilots, and they told them do not take off, and they took off anyway. And the same thing happened. Like the thing went 200 yards out, flipped upside down, and killed like 60 fucking people. I mean, I mean, just look out the window, dude, and go, should we really be taking off in this shit? They showed like the plane taking off, and it was like it was a blizzard.
Well, which is crazy because a lot of that shit's computerized, right? Like they punch stuff in and
Yeah,
like, yeah, they're
yeah,
at the
you're
controls, but
good,
you're good.
right?
I don't know, man. I used to when I remember when I was in the army, the two big cargo planes that you jumped out of. One was the C-130, which they're still around. Propellers, 4 propellers,
Yeah, they're huge.
turboprop, and then and C-17s were not around then. It was a C-141 Starlifter. It was a jet. And I used to be like, "Oh, I'd much rather be on the jet, like it's just bigger." And looking back, I'm like, and I had no clue. I wasn't in the Air Force, right?
Right,
Back
right.
then, I was just, it always seemed like these C-130s wherever we went, we were like going some shitty spot or taking off of some cruddy runway, and I'm like, I'd much rather be on the C-141. But looking back on it, the C-130 was a freaking superstar.
Right, so
Like it
you can keep going if one propeller dies.
you
You
could
know what
go
I
if 2
mean?
propeller dies.
Right, right.
And I mean, the thing could take off on a freaking dirt runway. You could beat the shit out of it. You know what I mean? It was just, it's still around. I mean,
Right,
there's
right, right.
whatever version it is now. Yeah, I remember one time we were it was a training deal, supposed to jump at night, and it was shitty weather, man. It was up in Washington, high wind, fucking all kinds of shit. So we're all ready to go. They're gonna scrap the jump, and then we're gonna head back to McCord Air Force Base and land. And then they can't get the landing gear down.
Christ.
Like they're hitting the button and it won't go down. So now you got to like pull the
Manually do it?
side panels off, and the crew chief is
Crank it.
got to manually do it. So they say to us, "Well, we're jumping. Like we got to get everybody out of the plane." And all these guys are like, "Oh, we're gonna load." I'm like, "Good. I'm fucking
Yeah,
leaving.
I'm outta here.
I'll
No
jump
fucking
even
landing
in the
gear.
rain. I'm no landing gear. You can deal with
Yeah.
that."
Slide
But
across the fucking pavement at 300 miles an hour, full
yeah,
of
well,
fuel.
that was the the story of you do this jump master's briefing before a jump, right? You get all a briefing, then you get all set up, you get checked and everything. And it was like, okay, now if you exit the aircraft and the static line wraps around you or it doesn't deploy your chute and you're dangling outside the aircraft, we're going to try and,
Start screaming.
put your hand on your head to let them know you're okay. And then we're going to try and get you loose. And then, you know, um, they
All
can
this while
hook
you're hurtling to the fucking ground at
yeah, at like
200 miles an hour.
150
Right.
knots. Well, you're still connected to the aircraft and your chute didn't deploy.
Oh,
So then
Christ.
there's a winch on the lines that could pull you in. And then they're like, okay, well, if you're not passed out, they'll cut your static line. And now you just go hurtling and then you got to pull your reserve. But if you're passed out, we're going to notify, the airport and we're going
Next
to
of kin.
foam the runway and land with you. And I was always like, that's not a thing, man.
Yeah. Drag you behind the plane.
Yeah, when it
More
comes in the
foam.
land, right,
More
more foam.
foam.
It's not
The
like
fuck?
Chuck E. Cheese in the ball
Yeah,
pit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're gonna land with you. Hold on tight, dude.
So,
We're gonna
good thing
drag
I
you through the fucking runway. Yeah,
yeah,
no
I
way.
mean, good thing, like, I never had that. I mean, one, like, malfunction kinda with there's, like, these toggles, and one of them was stuck up in the risers, and you need to turn into the wind, otherwise you got, like, this forward thrust, and you just hit hard as shit. But other than that, like, that never happened. But I do know a guy, still friends with, that, exited the aircraft, and the static line wrapped around his arm and
Christ.
pulled his fucking bicep muscle. Like, to this day, it's still, like,
Yeah, yeah.
looks weird, you know?
Well, imagine the tension. Jesus
Oh, it's
Christ.
insane. It's your body weight times the
Times
forward
the
motion
force
of
of the
the
plane.
aircraft.
Right, right, exactly.
Yeah, and what happens is that the static line is wrapped in rubber bands on the back of the parachute. It's hooked onto a cable, and then it ties onto the top of the chute with a little piece of, like, string, like heavy
Right.
duty string, and that's what breaks when the chute deploys, it
Deploys.
opens, that thing breaks, and then the deployment bag and the static line are floating out there, and then they hook this winch on and they pull them all back in. But yeah, it's a ton of pressure, man.
In theory.
Yeah, right. So, I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
No,
But
no way.
anyway, I now being older and looking back on it, like, screw the C-141s are gone, jumping from C-17s, and the C-130s just like flying commercial, it seems like there's a lot less can happen with
Yeah,
it
yeah,
than
yeah.
these personal aircraft. Yeah.
And I don't know, dude. Just look out the window, bro. I mean, it's a blizzard. The pilot was like, "Yeah, let's go for this." And the same with
Yeah,
that
I
guy. He
know.
had like 25 years of flight time or some shit. It's like,
Well, it
don't you?
I mean, it don't matter. I guess if something happens and you're not low to the ground, like, what are you gonna do?
Right,
You know?
right.
I
But
mean,
I
you
mean,
can only
you know,
think quick.
why does the thing flip upside down? I guess from the ice on the wings. Who the hell knows? But what a man! Just that horrific 5 minutes, and you're in that plane, and hey, bro, why are we upside down? Bam!
I don't even think it was 5 minutes,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know?
think so. Because I mean, it was like
Yeah,
200 yards onto the runway.
yeah. I
But
mean, it
hey,
was
I mean,
yeah,
and the wife died, so now the guy. I mean, thank God he's filthy rich, but still, he's got 3 kids. The old lady's dead.
yeah,
Their chef is dead,
right.
and
And then
some the party planner,
and they were going to, dang, I heard it. They
Paris,
landed
right?
it was it?
I think they were. I thought they were going to Paris because they had some party planner on there, and she was like some huge party planner from California, wherever they were. Where the hell they were for the? Where were they from? Colorado. But anyway,
Mm,
she was
maybe.
she was. It was her, the wife, and the chef were going. I think they were going to France to figure out some big party, and
Yeah,
now you're planning a funeral instead. But yeah, fuck that.
and you don't have a plane anymore.
Right, right, right.
Right. I don't know. It's a whole lot to it. I got a friend of mine that's works for somebody who owns a private plane, and, there's a lot to it, man. All these FAA inspections and all the
Maintenance,
fucking
yeah,
parts
dude.
and maintenance. Like, it's huge. Like, yeah, it's cool, but there's a lot to it.
A lot can go wrong, bro. You know what I
Right.
mean? When you're going
Yeah.
fucking 300 miles an hour.
Right.
No, a
Anyway,
good friend of mine's a plane mechanic. Yeah, he just all right,
yeah.
next, dude. What about
Uh,
Trump at the World
I know.
Economic
Speaking
Forum?
of planes and everybody flying into Davos,
Yeah, I
which they
mean,
said back in the day, and I don't know if it still goes on, it's just like a party fest. Like all these hookers love it. All these guys are like banging hookers and
nice.
huge parties. And
I can imagine, dude. I mean, it's a lot of people there with a ton of money.
yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
I
some of the
guess
people probably no fun, like Al Gore. Who the hell would want to hang out with Al Gore?
right.
You
Talking
know,
about
he's
fucking
th-
the weather.
global warming that turned into climate change, and it talk in his book while he
Well, you know
scooted
about
in there on his
climate
private
change.
jet.
It's
Yeah.
fucking 30 degrees in
Yeah, it was
Florida.
31 degrees in North Florida this
They
morning.
said, I just listened, this weekend, it might go down to 19 degrees by you.
Yeah, they're talking
Yeah,
about
some big
inland a little
freeze.
further.
That
Yeah,
guy
it
from your
sucks.
development, keep the
Keep the
faucet dripping.
faucets dripping. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
yeah, it's
Davos supposedly was used to be a big party. They didn't talk too much about it, but Trump rolled in there and basically like called the Europeans pussies.
yeah, right, right. Follow us and you'll
Right,
succeed. If you don't, then you're screwed.
right.
And we're just doing so, the US is just doing so great as far as worldwide shit that, especially after Venezuela, nobody's gonna play around with
Yeah.
DT.
I don't know. I mean, I think they had a good idea. I mean, I think he worked out a deal with Greenland, doing some with Greenland. I mean, he was never going to militarily take over Greenland.
No,
Like people
bro,
just blow shit out of proportion.
and when they interview Greenlanders, they'd rather the US there,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
sure Denmark's across the Atlantic and has no money.
And they're
Ju-
screwing them tax-wise anyway.
right,
You know what I
just
mean? That
taxing
just
the ball sack off of them,
right, right,
and
exactly.
and at least the U.S.
Can't
is
be any
right here.
worse. Right.
Yeah,
And we need it militarily and for trade and, the little Greenland. Does Greenland have oil? Probably.
yeah.
They're filled with mineral. They got a lot of minerals there
Minerals
that
and
we need.
ice.
Nice.
Ice
And
and
ice. Yeah.
reindeer.
And reindeer.
I
Christ.
was seeing, some woman was in a I was on some show was in there in, like, a supermarket in Greenland, and that it isn't of course, there's only one real town there and, like, a mall that's got a supermarket, and they sell, like, whale skin. Like, people are going in the supermarket and buying, like, whale skin,
Pound the
seal
blubber.
blubber,
Yeah.
you know? So now they get McDonald's, maybe
Yeah. Mickey
Chick-fil-A.
D's.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, only in every place else but New York, they put mustard on the ham. They put mustard on the hamburgers and down there in Florida. in Mickey D's?
No. Well, no, maybe they do. I never go in there, but they put them
Yeah.
on hamburger and Whataburger unless
Yeah,
you don't
I
want
mean,
it on there.
I haven't had Mickey D since my kids were small, but,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't go in there.
I mean, the weather's been so screwed here, like, my grandson's christening was supposed to be last week, and that blowing off because of snow, and now it's supposed to be this weekend, and we're supposed to get
Yeah.
another monster storm starting Sunday.
Yeah, I know. It's killing me. I had to put socks on.
There you go.
You know,
Socks. Tomorrow you
that's
have
like
Red Wings on.
why we went out last night. I put, some boots on, Western boots and jeans. It was and didn't even get up to 50 degrees yesterday.
I know, I know. I mean, and it's all of Florida. It's not even like
Yeah,
they said this
even
weekend,
going
it's like
south.
down to Miami, it's gonna be freezing.
Yeah, I know. No good, man.
Cancel the bikini
You can't
parties.
can't go to the beach.
No, I mean, imagine if you had a planned a vacation for right now to Florida, like you've been waiting all year to go to Florida in February, and it's
Yeah,
colder in Florida than it is in wherever
in
you're from.
Cordova, Alaska, where Dylan is
Right,
at.
right, right. Same temp, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was just looking, and I'm looking right now. It's normally the the normal temperature in January is high of 65, low of 47. February is high of 68, low of 50 for this area. So like we're way
Yeah,
down. Like this weekend, Sunday a high of 42 and a low of 23.
right. And that's Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida. I mean, it
Well,
warms up a little
it was,
next week.
the real feel here this morning was -6, and the
Yeah,
snow
more
is
than
just
that.
I mean, dude, I mean, I mean, you lived here. It's when it comes down, "Oh, it's beautiful," and blah, 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 but, like, yesterday, we went out to the store, and it's just, like, you just see like, where are you going, dude? Like, these older people in walkers and Crocs and fucking trying to get on this bus. This lady got off the bus, dude, like, they gotta put the it's like a ramp down so they get off with the walker. So
Yeah,
the guy puts the ramp down, and she gets off with the walker. Meanwhile, now she's in the middle of the street because a whole lane is taken up with snow, and she can't get over the hump of the snow, and the guy just closes the door and drives away. And it's like, where do you where do you gotta go? It's 6 degrees out. You got your walker. Nobody's got gloves on. And
yeah,
it's like, it's crazy too, bro. Every time, like you see, we noticed it the other day with people that are out with their kids, right? They're in their little strollers. The parents have hats and gloves and scarves on, and you look at the kids, no scarf, no hat, no gloves.
yeah.
Like, what are you thinking about? It's fucking 6 degrees out. Like,
Right.
you didn't say, I could say, if you're 8 years old, you say, I don't want to wear this, and you say, all right, that frees your ass off. But I mean, we're talking babies, like what, you know,
Yeah.
a year
What
and a
about
half.
those poor kids out in there in Texas in Bonham that went out on the frozen pond and all three of them brothers drowned?
No shit. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Oh, they were on like an ice slab?
Yeah, I mean, kids having lived in Texas, right? Like up in New York, I mean, I remember as a kid, the pond in town would freeze and you go skating and all.
Right, right, right,
Kids down in Texas, they don't know how thick, and kids in general don't know that, right? How
right.
thick something's got to be to walk on.
And boys
Yeah.
will be boys. Right.
And it hasn't been that cold there. You need like real cold for a week.
So what happened? They went on a
So
little
I'm trying to remember what the whole story was, but three of them, they were like 8, 6, and 5, or 8, 7, and 5 or something.
Christ.
And all three of them are gone.
Families
They fell through
destroyed.
the ice.
Yeah,
They
and
got two of the
hypothermia.
kid, two of them drowned. They got two of them out, and they had drowned. And then the third one, they
Yeah.
didn't get out right away. It was under the ice, and like that, things change. Like,
Yeah, boom.
yeah, then
Yeah.
somebody else out there in Texas too fell through the ice in another area, like not a kid, but somebody else.
Just like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you know it. I mean, it just you just fall through, dude. It's like bam, and you're under
yeah,
the,
and then you're under, and
and the
like,
current takes you, and you panic, and it's
and getting out is, getting do you ever try and climb out of the water onto a boat or a raft? You see how hard
nightmare.
that is.
Yeah, and
Never
that's
mind
when
trying
it's
to get
80
out onto
degrees out.
ice.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, what a horror show.
I
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just sucks. Snow, I mean, I don't when we were younger, it was great. We used to do storm drinking, and I remember going to the store, we'd buy I guess we were like 16, we'd buy 1 we'd go to Woolworths and buy, like if there were 6 of us, we'd buy 3 pairs of gloves so but he could have a glove on while they were
Yeah, it's no
drinking
good,
in a
man.
park. No, it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, it was in yeah, Bonham 6, 8, and 9. Yeah, fell
And they
through
were
the
all
freaking
brothers.
yeah. They've
Man,
been playing near the pond from the house. Family was staying there. Youngest fell through after trying to ice skate on the ice on the water, which was probably just a thin layer. And then the 2 other boys jumped in after him,
oh,
and the water
man,
was freezing cold, of course. Yeah.
what a
Yeah,
nightmare.
horrible.
Poor
Yep.
family.
Oh, I know. But, I mean, even if the water wasn't over your head and it's up to your
Just
chest,
yeah,
just trying to get
you got a
out
couple
of there.
minutes and, everything starts hypothermia sets in after, like, 30 seconds, except if you're in the movie The Titanic, where you could hang out on a boat and bullshit for a few
Hang out on
minutes,
an
and
iceberg and bullshit with Kate Winslet.
why didn't you help him on the boat? Why didn't you help him on the door you were on? That's always the big controversy in that movie, like, "What the hell are you talking to him for? You shoulda lifted him on there."
Yeah, but I don't know, man. But yeah, so I'm sure most people are gonna be glad when all this snow and ice is gone. I know I'm ready to go to the beach.
And I just
Wish
started
I had
oh,
enough.
you watch Game of Thrones, right?
I watched it, yeah.
Yeah, I just started watching the a new one came out called Night of the Seven Kingdoms,
Yeah.
and I don't know, bro. In the first episode, they showed a guy taking a shit. Like, who really has to see that? Like,
Yeah.
it had no value to the episode whatsoever. You know what I mean? And then on this next episode, they got some 80-year-old guy comes out of his house completely naked. He's got like a 15-inch pipe hanging between his legs, and he just is taking a fucking leak. I'm like, what is? Why do you have to put this shit in?
I
You know
don't
what I
know.
mean? It's like like, it just like, why do you need this? Like, nobody said this isn't a good idea. Like, why do we need this old guy with a
Yeah.
hammer hanging between his legs?
It how many episodes are there?
It's only 2, they only put 1 out a week,
Oh,
so
I
it's one
guess
of
it's
those
gonna be like
things.
8 episodes or
Probably,
something a
yeah,
season.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
like, even in the comments, like, when about it, it's like, do we really need to see the guy taking a dump? And, and they showed the whole thing, dude. It's like, we really didn't have to see that shit, literally,
Right. Yeah. I'm
you
sick
know?
of
400 stations and you still got nothing to watch.
yeah, unless you just wanna watch freaking idiots in the freezing
Sullivan's
cold in
County.
Minnesota, you know,
Oh, yeah,
out
well,
there for
yeah,
protesting.
yeah. And
I'm
a lot
sick
of
of watching
there
that.
was some guy, and he was at one of these protests, and a lot of them are paid, these people,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
And he's like, "So what are you protesting?" "Well, the government and, democracy," and, it just says, like, the 5
The
words he was
Constitution,
yeah, yeah,
you know?
and as far as Minnesota, but we were talking about the flag, the
I
fucking
know. I
flag,
mean,
dude.
I again, it's out of control, right? And both sides are flame throwing gasoline on it. I mean, ultimately, these riots, even when George Floyd and all that jazz came down, it was all to push an agenda. You know what I
Right, of
mean?
course.
And now we look back at it, Black Lives Matter was a scam. People were
Scam, right,
scamming money, and
right.
maybe in
She got
theory,
arrested.
you thought right, but nobody says anything. They just move on.
Right.
Okay, next
Talk
one, next thing.
NFL, everybody, yeah, putting fucking
NFL.
yeah.
So the same thing there. I mean, they talk all these people that go out. It's freezing in Minnesota. It's the worst place for a riot.
Right, right, when they
Like,
throw
go to
snowballs at
Key
one
West
another.
or something.
Right.
Like,
Uh,
everything's frozen,
yeah, it
standing out there
sucked.
freezing cold. It sucks.
W of all the places the Somalians pick, we
I don't
talked
know if
about it
they
last
totally
episode.
picked it, and where they come from sucks so bad that even
Yeah,
freezing your ball sack off in Minnesota is probably
it's better
better.
than Somalia, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, they kinda got, dumped there. And then I think listening to Nick Shirley and some of the work that he's done, you know, um, people in the government like even told other Somali groups that are in the U.S., "Hey, come here. It's way better, man. Look at what you can get."
Right, right, right.
Like, yeah, it might
EBT
be nicer
cards.
in wherever I don't know wherever the hell else they are, but come to Minnesota, you'll freeze, but like you make money, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, here we go."
Yeah, yeah.
Which brings me to the other thing that again, listen to Nick Shirley and not having been up there. I think the only time I was ever there was stopped in the airport. Like I know a couple
Oh,
army buddies
Minnesota?
that live up there, so I don't know anything about it. But the older guy, Dave, that's been like working with him, that actually has been investigating this before,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
grew up there, born, raised, went to University of. He's like our age, and he's saying like you know, this area here used to be all college kids, and now all these apartments are filled with Somalis, all of them, and they get their rent paid for free. And then I'm like, what the hell, man? How do people like you don't gotta hate somebody, but you're paying for it, you know?
Right, right,
It's like the Hasidics in New York. Like
right.
in areas in New York, like up where I used to live and in Brooklyn, they vote in blocks. They send us show up at apartments. They say, "Oh yeah, we got 8 people here." Somebody just shows up with 8 ballots. They don't even check and see if they're fucking citizens.
Right, right.
And
Yeah, Brighton
then
Beach and all that.
right, and then I never even knew. Don't pay attention, right? So Minnesota changed their state flag in 2024, and the old flag was racist.
I
Now
know.
you
We just looked at it.
just looked at it. I'm
It
like, I don't see that. I
it's a
mean,
guy plowing, and it looks
a
like a
white dude plowing, head down,
Native American going by on a horse
going by on a horse.
saying, "What's up?"
Yeah, which you and it's not even a detailed look.
No,
Like
no, you
there's
can't
no
even tell.
visual facial expression. There's nothing.
Right.
You know, so you would say, all right, well, that probably makes sense. There was a lot of Native American tribes there, and a lot of Swedish immigrants. Like you remember Little House on the Prairie,
Right,
right?
right,
Walnut
right,
Grove, and they were farmers. Okay, so
right.
that covers the base. So they changed it all, and it looks like the
Looks like
Somali
the Somalian
flag.
flag. Yeah, it does. I
Somalia
mean, same
is
color,
one color
one
is
star.
1 star. Granted, it's got less points, and the background is like a baby blue color. And now the Minnesota flag is that same baby blue color with
One
a
star.
navy blue with 1 star on it. They
Yeah,
just slid
yeah.
it over to the left.
I know. It's crazy.
Almost like saying, all right, well, that little thing is the little piece of Minnesota that's in
Left
the blue that's left, and the big baby blue, that's us.
are the
That's Somalia. We're
Somalians.
coming.
Yeah, yeah.
We're here.
But I don't
So
know, like none of these people are they're not they can't be here legally, bro. Right? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, a lot of them came as refugees. I
yeah,
guess
what the fuck does that
I'm
even
sure
mean?
there's illegal people, and then the other stuff is mind blowing. Like you'd never get away with it. Like you go to the airport and like, okay, I got my bag, and say you even had 10 grand in cash,
Oh, yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
you're done. Like, where'd you get the 10 grand? It would be a big thing. They call the people in. So the Somali, they interviewed a TSA guy that retired or some shit. He's like, the guy shows up with a suitcase.
He had
There's
800K, right?
$750,000 in there.
Right.
And he's like, hold on a minute. Where'd you get this? I don't have to tell you. So he brings him
Yeah.
in the back for a security room. They call somebody. Oh, I've never seen this before. We got to call somebody. And it works its way up the chain of
Right.
command. Like, oh, you got to let the guy go. He's leaving the country with $750,000. You try and do that.
You'd think the IRS would have just stepped in.
Right. Or somebody.
Somebody. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, like
I mean,
anything, bro. Somebody probably got 30 grand in their pocket.
Somebody got something. I mean, around here, just on any given day, if you pull 10K out of the bank, it's raising a red flag. The
Oh,
bank's
yeah,
notifying
yeah.
somebody,
Right, right.
you know? That's why people who buy gold, like actually buy gold, are making arrangements to have their gold stored outside of the country, just so
Why?
nobody,
Oh, so
because then
nobody.
it's you don't know. I
Right,
mean,
right.
you know, you have this
Well, if you
asset.
buy, I mean, I guess if you buy gold, you personally have it in your, like, what do they
There's
call it?
2 ways to
Ingots?
buy it. I don't have any, but you can buy like virtual, you know, like where it's stored somewhere and you own this much gold, or you can actually buy gold. You could take it in your house and leave it here. But I know people that have it in like the Bahamas, you know, they have it in some other country.
Right, right,
They
right.
had they had it sent there when they bought it. It's in a storage there. They have so just so they don't have to list it.
I mean, is it still a good, I guess gold is never bad to
Yeah, it's
invest
worth a
in.
shit ton of money, even silver.
Yeah. And I
But
don't know what it is an ounce, but I know it went up like
it
huge.
it ain't worth more than leering centers, daycares, or
Yeah.
autism centers. That dude Dave is like, I can show you the video. I go by this parking lot. I've went by it every day for the past year or 6 months, and I timestamp everything. These fucking vans for transportation, have never moved.
Right, right.
There's like a parking lot of vans, they've never moved.
And they've knocked on doors and, like, you know, of course they don't let anybody in. And the guy's just like, "Where are the kids? This is supposed to be like a daycare center. I don't hear a kid." I mean, they got all the shit on the wall, the ABCs and the, fucking
Yeah.
Snoopy and all the other, kid stuff. There's not a kid in sight. And they
I
got
don't know, man.
the
They
one they
worked
were at,
out
they got $2.6 million a year for 3 years in a
right.
row.
Yeah, and it's not all Minnesota money, it's federal money too.
Right, of course.
And the killer is free medical, just show up at the
Right.
hospital
Welfare
doctor,
or whatever, state assistance, fucking debit cards.
which like our ancestors, like if you came from Ireland or one of these countries, you got shit. If you
Right.
didn't make it, you just died. And now fast forward, people like us work your whole life and you get like Medicare or whatever, you still got to pay money.
Right.
It's not
Right.
free.
And Social
So
Security, pay taxes on it.
right. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And the fact that they talked these people into, people protesting or whoever, like I get it. But like the fact that you've been taught to not even like be skeptical and want somebody to look into it is mind blowing.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but we both know a lot of them are just professional protesters.
They are. Well, they'll be paid to do anything. But I'm saying there's plenty of people you talk to out there. I'm like, well, I don't know any Somalis. I don't just hate them.
Right.
But it kind of needs to, I would think you would need to want to look into it. Like not just like say, oh, well, that's racist and like turn a blind eye. That's kind of
right.
stupid.
I mean, what are Somalians? What have they done for Minnesota? Zero.
Nothing.
Zero. Change the flag.
They changed the flag, right? And if you need a ride anywhere, they got tons of vans not being used.
Yeah, right. And empty storefronts.
They probably don't
fucking-
even go around shoveling anybody's snow for them. They ain't shoveling no snow.
I just don't understand why. Like they all look alike, dude.
Yeah.
They all look like light bulbs.
I mean, everybody did, and it rewinds, right? You just like again, it always blows my mind, like people sticking up for different things going down when we lived through like 9/11. People forgot. You see what happened. And then same thing with that. You go back to 93 when we were over in Somalia on a UN mission of basically getting these people food, and then the whole population attacks our troops. People get killed.
Right.
And screw
Black
them.
Hawk Down. Yeah.
Right.
Walked out. Yeah.
They didn't want, maybe some people wanted to get out and wanted to be helped, but there's a lot of people that would like, screw you. They hate America.
Well, bro, like you both know, if you come here and you go and you get a job and you do the right thing, I mean, they're just
There's
just
no better place.
Pilfered millions of dollars out of the government and the state and everybody else, and now when you get called on it, like whoa, we didn't do anything. What are you?
We
talking
didn't do
about?
anything. Everybody's like, oh no, that never happened, and it's been going on forever.
Years.
Like, the fact that nobody's like red flag this shit makes you think you got to be in on it. It's like the mob, right? Like they see a business in an area that's doing well, they want their piece.
Yeah, give me
for security. They're not going to overlook that. Oh, I'll just let the Somalis do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm done, sick of hearing about it. And the other thing that annoys me too is everybody talks a big game like they're going to do something, and then nothing
changes,
happens.
dude.
Nothing
Right,
changes.
exactly. Right.
It causes all this ruckus. It's like throwing a bone out and letting two dogs fight over it. And then, like, they bone, they get tired and they just walk away.
Right.
And leave the bone
it's in
there.
the news for a couple of weeks. And
like we were talking about, nobody's even talking about the astronauts.
Right.
Like that used to be a big thing.
Big thing. I remember when I was when I was 10 years old, staying up and watching them walk on the moon.
Now it's like, now we don't give a shit about it.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Minneapolis.
And people, they've conspired like this never happened. They never went there. Like it's CGI and all this. Like, why would you fucking spend all that money to make believe you went to the moon? You know what I mean? It's just, and it was cool. Did you see the pictures that they took?
Yeah,
it was
super
cool as shit. I mean,
right.
And like you said, like remember astronauts used to be up there with like heroes, dude. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it would at least be a blip on the news cycle.
Right. Right. It's like page 6 in the Daily News now under like fucking Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian getting her kids puppies for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, and we went to the moon.
And there's some astronauts up on the moon. But I don't know. Here's some pictures. Somebody shooting a Roman candle in Minnesota at a hotel.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
freezing.
Insanity.
Yeah.
I just can't believe they didn't bail out of there just because of the weather. You know what I mean?
Why are they gonna leave? There's tons of money there.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it
I know.
sucks, but it's like a area where nobody's looking. They're like, "Yeah, it's freezing cold here."
Nobody's gonna screw with us.
And everybody in there is imported. Like, I never realized, again, I don't know nothing about Minnesota till now. Like that Fry, the mayor of Minneapolis, he's not from Minnesota. He's from Northern Virginia. The Ellison, the AG, is not from Minnesota. He's from
Right.
Michigan, like Detroit. Even Walz, I don't know when he moved there, but he's not a Minnesotan. He was from Nebraska. So everybody said, you know what? Let's go to
Let's go
fucking
to
Minnesota,
Minnesota.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and be governor there.
Yeah, the
What do
Ingalls
you know about
family
Minnesota? Nothing.
the Ingalls family left, and now it's wide open. We can
Yeah.
go in and rape and pillage, you know?
And it's the amount of money, dude, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Like, people complaining about price of healthcare here, which is a sin because these insurance companies mostly.
Oh,
But
yeah, yeah.
if we weren't giving money away to all these shitbag countries and stuff like this going on, it would be free. You
Yeah,
could actually
right,
have the best healthcare in the world and it wouldn't cost nobody anything.
right,
I mean,
right.
talking trillions of dollars, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, the healthcare system's the biggest scam. I
it
mean,
is. I mean, just look around.
we're
I
going
mean,
through the whole cancer thing now, and
yeah, it's
it's
a
like
business.
it's a business,
Right.
dude.
I mean,
The waiting room is 200 people every time we go there,
right.
at least.
Everybody's in
And
on it.
nobody's and we've been going there for 2 years now, and the waiting room has changed 5 times, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
with the people. Like, you never see the same people, ever.
No, because unfortunately, people aren't making it,
Right.
and maybe some people are getting healed or whatever, and they don't got to go back. But if you remember as a kid, if you look back, there'd be like a doctor in the neighborhood that had a office in like a house or some shit. And then like there's one hospital like people went to if you really needed a hospital. Now down here in Jacksonville, there's tons of hospitals, all these health buildings, all different
Right, right.
specialists, and they're all full. Like, getting an appointment, everybody's running there. Dermatologists, oh, it's a whole new practice. They got this whole separate thing. Cancer centers, like they're only opening because they're making money. Like,
Money, right. Same with
it's
those,
not like
remember the
it's free.
MRI places? I mean,
Yes.
they said if you bought a machine, it cost $1,000,000 for an MRI machine, and you were guaranteed to make your money back in a year and a half.
Yeah.
We should have bought one,
I don't know.
you know?
I remember doing a long time ago, MRI machines were probably new. I got a call. I was on the service van, go to was it Mount Sinai? Yeah, it was, I think. Beth Israel. Go to Beth Israel. There was a MRI machine wasn't working. I guess Bigman, like we did the job. So I show up there and everybody's trying to figure it out. And like, I don't know anything about MRI machine. Like we just provided power to it. They got all
Right.
the vendor and stuff there. It turns out it was almost like when Bill Murray found the Baby Ruth bar in the pool. Like I got the ladder out and I just put my hand up over the door and I grabbed it and it was like a alarm contact,
That
for
was
the
off.
door that was off. And I grabbed it like this and everybody's like, and I put the thing back and it worked. Like if the door wasn't registering, it shut, the machine wouldn't go
Right,
on.
right,
But it was like total luck,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, yeah, you look like a
Yeah.
hero.
I look like a hero. I knew nothing about it.
Right.
It's like Bill Murray and the Baby Ruth bar in the pool. Like, poopy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
I don't know, bro.
fine. I know.
Yeah, so
We just gotta get some listeners, dude. That's what we gotta get. Nobody if half the people told us that they love our show, really listen to the show and hit follow, we probably have more than 11 followers,
yeah, well, whatever.
Well,
We're getting
whatever.
there. We
We
have
have a
fun.
good time. Yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit?
Hopefully people still like me. They just don't listen to the show. Maybe that's what it is,
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't know. We can't even go there anymore. I mean, I put shit
Yeah.
out every day on social media about us and Skull Session and episode and 40 likes. Nobody
I
listens
know. We
to
want to
the
hear
podcast.
the crowd like, thank you, thank you, thank
Right,
you.
exactly.
Right.
Or one comment or something. But whatever. We'll get there.
Yeah.
And like you
But
said, this is just us talking our usual
right.
conversation, except we got headphones on.
I know that. But I see some of these other shows and podcasts and I don't listen to a lot. I'm like, how does that person have like 150,000 people? following them. If they don't talk about anything, they're horrible.
There was some other they just found some other guy that his name was Wu, um, and nobody had heard from him, and he was dead, and he had, like, 700,000 followers, dude, and he became so famous, he was doing, like, travel vlogs or blogs, and, he was
Yeah.
sending 'em he was going all over the world, but what happened is he gained a ton of weight, this guy, didn't know he had a heart condition. He was done. He had a heart
Done.
attack. They found him in his apartment, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
I wish we
Yeah.
had that. I wish we had 7 wish we had
Yeah, but
70.
I don't wanna have a heart attack in
Nah,
here while I'm doing the show.
but, if you I mean, you're traveling around the world, I mean, just, go to the gym in the hotel.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. But, I guess we can wrap it up. I mean, on this freezing cold day here in Florida, and it's freezing cold in New York,
Oh, it sucks.
but we'll get some good content for next week. I didn't have no,
Yeah,
like, famous, like I was looking for, how we usually talk about, like, somebody that did something totally cool, and there was
right.
a couple of people, but nothing that, like, blew my
Yeah, no, that
socks off.
it's funny, I looked for the same thing, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find anybody.
Usually when I find it, I'm not looking. That's the
Yeah,
problem, and
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I really wasn't, like, death scrolling this week, but, if anybody out there has anybody or anything that's cool that comes through, because the original intent was always on this show, instead of talking Kardashian, we were gonna talk about people that did normal people that did something that was totally
I
over
did
the
post
top.
something on our Facebook thing about that psycho Billy Waugh,
Yeah,
that guy who was in, like, Korean War, the Vietnam War, he was everywhere, and then
right.
I think he's, like, the guy that started more or less special forces, but, yeah, what a psycho,
Yeah,
but
but
that's what we need, and that's
well,
it.
everybody out there, keep warm,
Stay warm.
and hope in 2 weeks, we'll have another show, and I bet you it's gonna be warmer, and with that, Mike, take us to the end, brother.
Everybody, we wanna say thank you again for listening, and, we're gonna say later, skulls.
Skulls.